Okay. Good morning, students. Welcome back. In our previous class, we have studied about wealth and welfare. So today's our topic is factors of production. So in this topic, we are going to learn about what are the different factors which are responsible for the production of the goods and services. So first of all, what do you mean by production? So production means conversion of raw materials into final product. What do you mean by production? Here production means what? Production means conversion of raw material into final product. When we are processing the raw materials to obtain a final product, then we can say that the process is known as production. For example, sugarcane. By using sugarcane is also known as, in Hindi we are used to say ganna. You know, ganna means what? Sugarcane. So sugarcane, while processing this, we can say that sugarcane is a raw material. By processing this sugarcane, we produce sugar. Sugar means chini, or you can say in Gujarati khand. Okay, so sugarcane means we can say that sugarcane is a raw material. By processing this sugarcane, we produce sugar. So this is the example of processing the raw material into final good. The next one is wood. Wood is a raw material. By processing wood, we produce chair, table, and another furnitures, all furnitures which are produced by using wood. So we can say that wood is raw material and the final product is chair. Okay, so this is the meaning of production. Now we are going to see what are the factors of production. So the first factor of production is land. Land means what? Land means surface area of earth. So first of all, for producing anything, we need what? We need any location, any land on which we carry out our production process. So land is the one of the factor which is useful in producing the product or generating the services. So land, there are some characteristics of land. The first characteristics of land is immovable. The first characteristics of land is immovable. Immovable means what? You cannot take land from one area to another place, from one place to another place. You cannot move the land. For example, the land of Gujarat, the area of Gujarat cannot be movable to another state. So we can say that land is not movable. The first characteristics of land is not movable. We cannot move the land. The second characteristic is difference in land according to the geographical region. There is a difference in land. So for example, if you are going towards the mountain area, the land will be more rocky. Rocky means what? The land will contain more rocks, marbles. It contains marbles, large rocks. Mountain land. But when we are going towards the area which is livable, where peoples are living, then generally the land will be of sand and small gravels. This type of areas are generally livable, where we can plant or we can cultivate our crops. So you can differentiate by this. The mountain lands are rocky, large number of rocks are there, and contains marble. On the other hand, the land which are suitable for living, there will be sand, and the quality of land will be more nice, and we can cultivate crops on that type of land. So this is the second characteristic. Land is non-living factor. Okay, the third characteristics of land is a non-living factor. No, we can say that land is not living factor, as humans are living beings, but land is non-living factor. Okay. What is the remuneration of land is rent. Okay, remuneration means what? Whatever services, whatever activity we are doing, in return we are what we are doing, what we are getting money. On the same way, when we are doing any activity, when we are, for example, this is our company. This is our company. Okay. This is our company, and we are producing goods and services. So now this company is situated on what? This company is situated on a land, the surface area of the earth, as we called land. So land is situated, so the company is situated on the land. So for producing goods and carrying out the activities, we are doing activities on land. So we have to pay what? We have to pay rent. We have to pay rent for carrying out the activities of production of goods. Okay, so remuneration means what? Remuneration means when we are carrying out any activities on the for what? We are paying price, we are paying fees for what? For carrying out the activities on the land. So remuneration of a land is rent. We have to pay rent for carrying out the activities. So this is the first factor of the production. Factor of production is land. First factor of production is land, and now the second factor. Now the second factor of production is labor. So for carrying out the production activity, the second factor which is responsible, which is helpful for producing goods and services is land, is labor. Labor means what? Any worker who is doing work for their livelihood, we can say that they are laborers. So the first characteristics of labor is, or you can say laborers are living beings. Laborers are living beings, as they can feel, they can touch, they can move. Okay, they have feelings. So laborers are living beings. The second characteristic is laborers are getting wages for their work. Laborers are getting wages for their work. Whatever the work they are doing in the company or any working site, in return they are getting wages. Wages means money. Okay, the pre-decided wages which is decided by the employer, after completing the work, employer pay money to them. Okay. Now the second thing is laborers are movable. Are easily transferable. You can take the labor from Gujarat and you can take them to the Haryana, or you can take the labor from Haryana and you can bring them in Gujarat. So we can say that laborers are easily transferable or easily movable. Okay. So these are the characteristics of laborers. Now the third factor of production is capital. Okay, the third factor of production is capital. What do you mean by capital? Here capital means what? Capital means any machinery, anything anything which helps in producing goods and services is known as capital. For example, if you are having company, in company you need what? You need machinery. Machinery to produce goods. You need furniture. See, here machinery, furniture, vehicles, tools, all these things are helpful in producing the product or in generating the production process, carrying out the production process. This all machinery, furniture, vehicle, tools and equipments all these things are helpful directly or indirectly in producing the goods and services. So all these things falls under the capital. Whatever the company is having in its own business, we consider it as a capital. In accounts you will study about capital in detail. Okay, so what are the characteristics of capital? capital is important part of an business. For any business you need capital. Here capital generally considered as equipments, goods, machineries, vehicles and all the supportive things which helps in producing the product is known as capital. Okay, what we get in return of capital. Remuneration of capital is interest. Remuneration of capital is interest. So here when you are having machinery, what you will get, suppose you are having machineries and the price of machinery is 5 lakh rupees. Now suppose this machinery you are using in a production process and the same machinery is getting what? Interest. How you will get interest on machineries? This is a one type of capital which you are using in production process. Now suppose when you are keeping this machinery for stake for what? When you are enrolling your machinery in the bank, they are providing you interest on your machineries according to your machineries price value. Suppose the bank is providing 2.5 interest on your machinery, then this 2.5, the amount of 2.5 interest is known as capital interest. This thing is also falls under the accounts and you will get to know about capital in detail in accounts. Okay, so now the last and the most important factor of production is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means what? Here entrepreneur means a person. Entrepreneur means a person who coordinates or bring all the other factors together for production. A person who coordinates or brings all the other factors means land, labor, capital. By coordinating all the three factors, entrepreneur generates production process or carry out the production process. So the person who is coordinating all the factors of production for the purpose of generating goods and services is known as entrepreneur. For example, a businessman is an entrepreneur. Why it is an entrepreneur? Because he is using all these resources to generate a wealth, or you can say the goods and services. Let's take the example of entrepreneur. For example, Mr. A is a builder. Mr. A is a builder and he is building the commercial buildings. The main purpose of a builder is to construct house or buildings. No, so first of all, what he will decide? He will decide land where to construct a building or a house. So first of all, he will decide the land. Then he will bring the capital. Here capital includes what? Here generally capital includes, for example, you will need, as a builder, you will need what? You will need sand, bricks, marbles, steel, iron, and cement, machinery. Okay, all these are goods and machineries falls under capital. All these things falls under capital. So what will builder do? Builder will coordinate all these things. Okay, these things are necessary for building a house or any commercial building. So he will coordinate all these things. He will bring capital. He decide the land, and the third thing is labor. He will also bring labor to carry out the production process. Now when the builder is bringing the labor, there is a chance of scarcity of labor. I think you have heard about the thing that માણસો નથી મળતા. We are not getting people to do work. So it will become the responsibility of builder to search out for the laborers and to bring them towards the work. Now labor have to decide the wages. At what wages the laborers are employed in the work. So the builder, first of all, the builder decide the land. After deciding the land, he will decide how much rent he is able to pay, how much land, how much interest or how much fees he will able to pay to the lender who is giving you the area to work upon. Okay, now capital, as I already discussed, sand, bricks, material, cement, steel, all these things fall under capital. Labor, here labor is a living human beings which are actively participating in the process of production. So he will decide how much wages he need to give to the worker to carry out the work which he needs to be done. So what are the characteristics of this entrepreneur? First of all, he is a risk taker. So generally the entrepreneur is a risk taker. How it is a risk taker? Now when entrepreneur is carrying out any activity, he don't know the result, whether he will get profit or not. Take one example. This is the building which an entrepreneur built. Okay, now after building this building, suddenly the earthquake strikes and the building collapse. But what happened? Workers have done their work, so they will get their wages. Okay, the lender has provided the land to the entrepreneur, he will get his rent. Now what happened? After investing money towards the lender to the laborer, what will the entrepreneur get? Nothing. So we can say that there is a high risk in carrying out the activity. All the factors will get their remuneration or fees for contributing towards the production, but the only entrepreneur is the factor who will suffer loss if there is any circumstances. Okay, so he is a risk taker. He is a decision maker. Entrepreneur is a decision maker, as I already said, that he will decide the land, where to produce the product, how much labor is needed, how much the wages labor need to be given to produce the product, what type of capital and how much capital is needed. All these things are decided by the entrepreneur in advance. Okay. Remuneration of worker is remuneration of entrepreneur is profit. For carrying out any activity, in return what entrepreneur get profit in return of its activity. On the other hand, what labor gets their wages. Okay, so these are the points, these are the 4 factors which are responsible, which is needed. These all 4 factors are actually needed to carry out the production process. If you are having any doubt in these 4 factors, please let me know in a comment section below. Thank you.